Good afternoon. I think it's time to get started here. I am Dan Pig, and we are back with some Kerbal Space Program. Let's take down the starting soon screen. There we go. All right, let's jump into this. So last week, we had debuted the Callisto Heavy Launch Vehicle and had a couple of attempts to recover the booster with a vertical landing back at the launch pad, and one was successful and one was not. Hey Raider, welcome. Just in time, we're just getting started. We also had the game crash at one point after putting a fuel depot station in orbit around the moon. So I repeated that mission this morning. So we've got one there, just like we put in orbit last week. And so the plan this week, we need to send a fuel tank or two to that station so that it is ready to go to support some moon surface and orbit operations. And also, we might go and try to rescue Jeb. It'll be a long-term mission, but I want to get him back. So let's take a look real quick at the tracking station right now, because he's been waiting patiently. Oh yeah, so I named the station too. I named the fuel depot. It is called the Nearby Fuel Tank, or NFT. There it is, NFT station, right there. My first NFT. It makes me laugh, and that's all that matters. All right, so here's the rescue vehicle that we sent before. And it needs to come back around all the way to here in 1 year and 101 days and 1 hour, and then do a small burn to come back and intercept Kerbal in almost 2 years from now. So that's when we get back, theoretically, get back Valentina and Bill. Bob. Bill is the one who is dead. I always get them mixed up. Every time. It never fails. And let's see. We've got Moonshot 2.2. This is the one that has Jebediah Kerman. And we aren't going to be in an ideal position to go and pick him up for a very long time. So what we need to do instead is just send something with an absurd amount of Delta V and brute force him home. Otherwise, we're going to be waiting several years. And I don't think he's going to be very happy about that. So we want to bring him home. So that is a stretch goal for the stream today. We'll see if we've got time for that. Let's go back and let's look at our financial and science situation as well. So we have 600,000 Spaceos, and considering that launching our heavy launch vehicle every time costs about 150 to 170,000 Spaceos, and then we get, if we can recover it, if we land it properly, we get 110,000 or so of that back. That's still expensive, and then there's the high risk of losing some or all of that vehicle, so that gets really expensive. So in the not too distant future, we're really going to have to look after our financials, or our new launch vehicle will bankrupt us if we can't consistently recover it. So we're going to continue refining that process as well. And we have 166 science points. We haven't unlocked science recently. In the current tier, we can actually open something. We can't afford anything in this tier. Let's see if we want to save up for that, or if any of these is worthwhile. We can get the claw. Yeah, we are in full career mode, Kit. Doing a real legit career mode, and all of the default stock balances there. So the payouts for for missions are stock. Let's see. Oh, okay. This might be worthwhile for better hinges and cylinders. Hydraulic cylinders. Those would be good. Thought I already had that, actually. Let's just see. Advanced construction. I think that's the one I've got. So this might be worthwhile to get a little bit better robotic parts, because that might be a good upgrade, since we're using the cylinders, the hydraulic cylinders as landing legs right now, as heavy-duty landing legs. Advanced aerodynamics gives us a few more wing parts. We don't... Ooh, it gives us the air brakes, though. I really want those. And specialized control gives us a bigger monopropellant tank, a bigger reaction wheel. Okay, this is actually tempting. Both of these are tempting. So let's take a real quick look. Might as well show off what we're going to launch today while we do it, because I've got the heavy launch vehicle attached to it already. And this thing is a monster. Actually, I should double check that I can actually launch it. I might need to upgrade a building. Actually, no, I can launch it because I was able to take it to the pad for a test. So yeah, we're good on that. Let's see. Oh, no, it's right here. Big fuel tank. The BFT, the big fuel tank. Boom, 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 boom. It's big. But we've got an upper stage, so it's not all the big fuel tank. The reason this is so tall, we've got a second stage, which we were missing on previous tests of the Callisto Heavy Launch Vehicle. And for this launch only, we've got a space forklift. So we're going to send this space forklift to the NFT station, and we're going to use that to assemble and move around the tanks. And whenever a tank is empty, we'll use that also to deorbit it around the moon. And so that will be absolutely essential. So future launches will only be this tall. So still big, but not, not so big and pointy, because that is absolutely monstrous. And which 3P6 hydraulic cylinder under robotic parts. 1P2, 3P6. Okay, so those are the ones we've got. G01L. That's what I'm using for these guys. Oh, and I need to make sure that this is locked. Yes, because in my test, these hinges, these arms swung out and clipped through the fairing, which was hilarious, but it is not great. Not good. If that actually happened, then it would put some pressure on the inside of those if these were working and modeled properly. So let's save that change. Another thing that I have done is I have locked these 6 fuel tanks down here, plus the one that's on the inside there, to reserve some fuel for the boost back and entry and landing burns. So, unfortunately, there is not a way. I was really hoping that I could make an action group for this. The only thing that I can use these for in an action group, unfortunately, is to toggle same vessel interaction, which would be a problem because they're slightly clipped for aesthetic reasons, and then they would explode. So, basically, I've clipped them just a little bit to make them look like their own custom part. But not so much that it is super cheaty, and there is actually some empty space on the inside of there to make up for it. So the proper amount of volume is available. And that's my personal rule of thumb when doing that. So, okay, so the 3P6 hydraulic cylinder. Let's see. Oh, which one do I want? Now this is difficult. Because the air brake would be good, because I've got the hinge with the wings that I'm using as an air brake, but that's only because I don't have access to this here. So that is tempting, but I think I'm gonna wait. I think, let's see. A large telescoping piston capable of enormous feats of stretchiness. Rocket engines are still recommended for attempting to reach orbit, however. 1P4. And I guess that is a super miniature one. Alright, so considering these would be very helpful, and the advanced grabbing unit, aka the claw, will be good for cleaning up space debris, I think I'm going to go ahead and get this technology here. So we're going to go for actuators. And we've got it. So let's see if I'm going to immediately regret that, or if this will be perfect for this ship. One nice thing is that we've got enough deployed science on the moon and Minmus that over time I'm getting a passive return of science. So we'll probably be adding some more of those and let the science come in a bit by bit. And we're also advancing the clock as we go, so we're going to actually get our probes to Moho and Eve, hopefully, or Moho and Jewel, hopefully in the not too distant future, maybe a couple streams from now. Let's see, let's do a size comparison here. Alright, so these are the 3P6, that's this here. And we just opened the 1P4, which is a tiny guy, and the 3PT. Let's see, that's 0.66 tons, 0.48, so it's only 50% heavier, so that's not too bad. Kit says, I've never made it to Moho before. Moho is difficult because it's so close to the sun that you have to really slow down your craft, and you have to expend a lot of delta V to get there. It's actually easier to get very far outward, even though it takes longer. I've been there a couple times, but usually just a flyby, you take a lot of delta V to actually get a capture orbit. Alright, let's see. Is this a good comparison? And what do I have those attached to? I think I have them attached inside there, and then I have them shifted. So, like this. Right here. 6-way symmetry. Yeah. Alright, so let's just compare the reach. So that is fully extended. And this actually might really help us with our recovery efforts here, which is the main reason I'm interested. Alright, so if I put this in the same place, and let's... Oh my goodness, yes. That reaches so much farther. Alright, Alright, I think we have to do this. Let's take that off and rotate these. That will give us more stability. That is just hilarious. Let's see, let's move it in just a little bit more. Like that. Alright. Let's shift these guys down. There we go. Those are our spotlights for night launch. And target extension. Okay, that is really good actually. And it's not necessarily a bad thing to have a little more weight down here, because on the way back down, we won't have the payload keeping the center of gravity high, and we want the bottom to come down first. So we want the center of gravity low and the center of pressure high, which is what these my own homemade air brakes are for. And this will be perfect. So now we need to make sure that it's in the right action group, since we took off the other one. Landing gear. And toggle piston. Perfect. Alright, that is great. Auto strut to grandparent part for a little bit more stability. Save. Alright, let's try this. Let's launch this thing. And since I've got the space forklift upside down on the top of it, I have had to reverse the control point here, so that'll have to change also once we're actually using this as a forklift. Because we're literally flying the rocket backwards as far as the computer is concerned. Alright, let's launch. And while this loads, as usual, I will take a sip of my drink. And I think after this launch, we're going to advance the clock. Let's advance the clock 10 days between launches. And that is how we're going to get to, we're going to simulate the time it takes to actually build these rockets and condition the pad. There is a mod that forces that, but I'm going to do this manually here. Let's go ahead and retract that gear. That's so great. All right, we're going to see how well that does. Hopefully that will be a much better platform to land on, much more stable. And I want to do an experiment here. Let's see. Can I make a prediction? I was gonna figure out how to do that before. Experiments can be dangerous, says Kit. Only the good ones, only the fun ones. And let's see, I'm not sure. Might have to figure that out later. Kit, do you know how to do a prediction from within OBS, or do I need to open actually Twitch to do that? I've got it open in a browser. Creator Studio in Twitch may be easier. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Stream moderators can also create polls. Yeah. Oh, I need to start thinking about getting some moderators too. So, not at the moment though. Let's see. Can I do? Let's see. I'm gonna open Twitch, and then go into my own moderator view. Meanwhile, we're going to just enjoy the view of this. So let's do the pathing and start path. Whoa. Okay, all right, I'm gonna leave that. That's because the control point is reversed. So as far as this is concerned, it is looking down from above the rocket, and that is too funny. We're gonna leave it. Oh, I kind of love that. All right, let me see. I need to go to my channel. And mute so you don't get extra extra feedback. Okay, this is my favorite. I love this. All right, let's start a prediction. Can I stick the landing? Rocket remains upright is one option. So that's what I'm defining as a success, even if I lose an engine or two. If I stick the landing, that means the rocket is upright. Rapid unscheduled disassembly is the other option. Oh, that's too big. So I'm going to say no. RUD for rapid unscheduled disassembly. And we're going to give it a 5-minute period. This is a test more for me to learn how to do this as a streamer than anything else. All right, 5 minutes. Predict, can I stick the landing? We shall see. All right, back to this. And let's end the derpy camera path. That was hilarious. All right. Let's oh no. I see what you did there, Kit. Hopefully we get at least one other, so there's something that it can be one here. We'll see what happens. All right, we want the flight recorder, and we want altitude, acceleration, and dynamic pressure. Come on, there we go. So and we have, unwisely probably, made alterations to the rocket right before launch that are untested, which are these landing legs. 100 versus 20. All right. So, all right, let's just see how this goes. All right, so we've got stability assist is on, throttle is up, and we are ready to launch. Let's choose somewhere to watch the launch. Go back to... Okay, let's actually not, since that is upside down, I don't know how that's gonna go. Let's just do the regular telemetry view here. All right, let's do a countdown here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Our Callisto Heavy Launch Vehicle carrying a big fuel tank to the nearby fuel tank station, NFT station, with the secondary goal of landing the booster back at the launch site. Let's switch to prograde. Big fuel tank. A little bit of a nod to the BFR, the Big Falcon rocket. And our vehicle is supersonic. And we have reached maximum aerodynamic pressure. Let's take a look at our fuel gauge here, although we have fuel reserved, so we should be okay. Max Q indeed. We managed to do this without adding too much weight to the rocket, which is nice. Putting quite the G load on there. I should honestly throttle down a bit, but nah. Alright, let's send this up to about 150 kilometers. Alright, and we have main engine cutoff. And confirmation of fairing separation. Let's get this out of the way here. And let's go ahead and stage. Yes, a meteor. We have reentry effects on the way up. It's great. Alright, and let's just burn a little bit to separate this. There we go. And we're going to let that get a little bit of space. We don't want to burn up the top of this thing. I've got it shielded better than in my early tests, but still. Can I predict, I wonder? Nah, because I have infinity points, so that would be pretty funny. Predict against my own audience. Alright, let's go ahead and start the second stage engine. Maybe some separation motors would be a good thing. Alright, and let's point towards the horizon and start working on that lateral velocity. I actually meant to do the prediction for this last time, but I just totally forgot to do it. So Kit, I was watching your stream. Did your internet cut out? Is that what happened? We'll just ride this thing to orbit here. And let's go ahead and set our target. Not the moon, actually. It is stations. It is nearby fuel tank, NFT station. And I think we are pretty safe to actually speed up the clock just a bit. Now that's turned red, but there's not near as much that can go wrong in vacuum of space when there is not atmospheric drag to compute. Not that nothing can go wrong. No, there's always stuff that can go wrong. Always. Especially with me flying the ship. Likelihood of user error, pilot malfunction is quite high. Alright, we're coming up on our apoapsis. I'm going to actually have it point up just slightly towards prograde. And we're watching the periapsis, which is still negative, which means it is within the surface of the planet. Back to stability assist, we'll just stay on the horizon here. And let's go back to real time. There we go. Alright, we have a stable orbit. Let's circularize it a bit and then plan our transfer to the moon after we land our booster, or crash it. There we go, we got a pretty circular orbit. Alright, let's go back to our launcher and see who becomes slightly richer. Alright, let's turn on RCS. Alright, and we are controlling from here, so we are good to go, and control point is default. Alright, we are good to go here. Alright, to map view, and let's look at... Ooh, we gotta target it in the dark. Alright, so we have more than 300 meters per second delta V because I can unlock these. And this is why I really wish that I could do a control group, an action group for this. Yeah, locking up the fuel, kind of like having the header tanks in Starship, although they're not in the nose. I need to point north as well. Oh, this is rough. I can't see very well. So I'm going to follow that comm line. We're going to aim for that comm line right there. That should be the Kerbal Space Center right there. And I have one more tank that I need to unlock as well. Okay, that should be pretty good. Let's turn off the RCS, save some of that fuel there for maneuvering at the end, and let's open our makeshift air brakes. And let's lock the camera so that I don't have to chase this with the mouse. And let's go right up. It's behind here. Okay, these are also locked. There we go. And we've got almost 900 meters per second delta V. I hope that is enough. Let's make sure I didn't miss any of these. I did. Okay. All right. Yeah, we have almost 1100. Okay, perfect. Now let's go back to automatic camera view so we don't get dizzy. All right. All right, we are at our apoapsis, basically. And coming back down. And I feel like I have channel points on the line, and I don't. But I do have Spasos on the line. About 110,000 Spasos on the line here. Yeah, because I can only afford 3 more launches of this before I go bankrupt if this is expendable. Oof. Yeah, Spasos are more important. At least for me. coming in hot. But yeah, as aerodynamics takes hold, this is definitely a heaviest part of the rocket. These fuel tanks are empty, pretty much. These ones have all the fuel. Yep, here we go. We're already stabilizing. So I'm probably going to need to do a little bit of a burn so that we don't burn up. Okay, looks like I've got a pretty good shot here. Yeah. Let's just do a little bit of an entry burn here. Oh, I don't have control because of the plasma effect, so we have to wait for the entry burn, and it probably won't matter, because, yeah, we're going to be alright. But yeah, I needed to do the entry burn before getting into the plasma blackout. Yeah, we'll be okay. Alright, landing burn. And we want to come down gently. Oh, look at that. Sorry, Kit. You're poor. Let's go to here and the prediction. Alright, so let's choose the outcome. Rocket remains upright. Alright, so looks like you lost 20 carbon credits, Kit. To Raider, the winner. Aw, yeah. Yep, and I'm slowly going to work on more redeems for that. I actually have, I submitted today my first emote. So, Kit, you've got your totem ready to go. And I submitted my emote. It's not approved yet, so I'll just wait for that. But yeah, so I'm slowly continuing to add stuff. Yep, that one, that's the one right there. Pro Kit Totem. All right. In fact, I wonder, I don't know how long that takes. Yeah, it is still pending. I assume it'll be pending for at least a day. But I'm excited for that, and I need to make some Kerbal stuff. I still don't have alert animations for Kerbal Space Program, but I have some ideas. Just haven't taken the time to do them yet. All right, but yeah, those landing legs, look at that. Look how well they performed. That is very stable. All right, let's go ahead and jump back to the main mission, and that will automatically recover this, and then we'll see how much we got back. And that deserves a drink. You had Rip Ship ready to go. Very appropriate, actually. All right. Yep, there's the notification. All right, yeah, we got almost 120,000 spaceos back. So that is fantastic, which means... All right, let's go ahead and delete that. Yeah. Still, this is an expensive mission, so we still need to be see to our financials, but that will help a ton, because that is a very capable launch vehicle, and if we can recover it like that, we are doing great. All right. Now, let's take this to the moon. Okay, moon is there, so we need to burn right about here. And it's a retrograde orbit that we've got for the NFT station. So let's go ahead and let's plan the maneuver. It is at a very circular orbit. Look at our periapsis is 500 kilometers, and our apoapsis is 500.5 kilometers. Yep. So, actually, no, it's not retrograde. It's going that way. Okay. Yep, that is a nice and circular orbit indeed. Yeah, let's go ahead and just barely get captured here. And that's actually pretty perfect there. And I want to make sure, because, yeah, I'm not... I should be able to figure this out, which way our orbit is, but my brain is not working for it right now, so we're just going to do this. That's a 1.5 minute burn in 7 minutes. So let's warp to it a bit. And actually, we want to point prograde, because by the time we get there, the maneuver marker will have drifted towards prograde. And why did that just jump to retrograde? I don't know why it did that. Oh, I know why it did that. Because we still have it in reverse, so... Yeah, that's fine. Let's just do physics warp and we'll be okay. Nah, I don't have the patience for that. Let's, it moved pretty quick, so we'll use regular on-rails time warp and get close to the maneuver and let it correct again. We need to be careful of electric charge. We have some, but we will want to deploy our solar panels very soon. Let's let it tumble. Alright, we're 1 minute away, so in about 15 seconds or so, we will do our burn. Oh, and I think I do have a hotkey for that. Yep, action group for the solar panels. Nice. Alright, we need to do the burn now. Second engine has started. And our big fuel tank is on the way to the moon. We're headed to orbit. Headed to a transfer orbit. Just pin the apoapsis there. And yeah, the trade-off on doing this is that we don't get to take a whole lot of fuel at a time to the moon. So that's another reason why we want that launcher to be reusable, and we need to have a source of income here. So we need some more contracts. We're gonna look at those too. I do have some rescue contracts that I can do. Alright, let's throttle down so that we have some fine control at the end of this burn. Alright, and we have a moon encounter. Alright, let's warp to here. And so our clock says 54 days, so our next launch we'll want to do at about 44 days. So this can count as part of that. Let's go ahead and warp there, and we'll watch the moon come into range here. And we've got a connection on one of our relay satellites there, which are hidden from the view, but it still showed the path. That was kind of cool. Okay, yeah, and we're seeing which way it's going here. We want to make sure that we are also going about that way. Ah, don't do this to me again. Seems to do that a lot lately. That is not the way I want to go. This way, though. There we go. Let's restore that that encounter there. It might have let us encounter anyway, but it's hard. Oh my gosh, Kerbal, you're killing me. There we go. Yep, we are there. Okay, good. And yes, we are going the right way. Yeah, the different frame of references mess with my brain. All right, and so our relative inclination is pretty high. Let's go ahead and warp to the periapsis, and then get our capture orbit, and then let's make an encounter, or get an intercept with that thing. Then we'll see where our ascending and descending nodes are as well. There's a descending node right there. All right, let's go to the descending node. And let's fix our inclination and lower our orbit at the same time. Since that's a descending node, we will need to burn normal, which in this case is towards the North Pole. And there we go, and our inclination, our relative inclination is dropping. And the farther away that gets, the less leverage we have at that point. So let's go ahead and let this thing get to the new descending node and fine-tune that just a bit. Yeah, we're going real slow out here. All right, there we go. And let's just see how close we can get to 0. That's about as close as I dare. All right, that's great. Now retrograde again. Yeah, that's pretty much perfect right there. Okay, let's yeah, our perfect orbit there. Let's get close to it, and let's see when we'll have an encounter. Let's get to 1,000 kilometers. And then let's plan our actual intercept. So let's warp to here. And yeah, because, so it looks like what's happening is an argument between the base game and the persistent rotation mod, because I have the control point reversed, so that's affecting what is on the nav ball, but it looks like the persistent rotation mod does not have the control point reversed. So when I say to hold prograde, it calculates prograde differently. Yeah, that is interesting, and it is very good to know. And since it annoyingly just snaps into place. Alright, so we have circularized that, so now we just need to see if we make our transfer orbit to lower to match this orbit, or to intersect this orbit, where is the best place to put it? Oop, that way. Okay, let's pin both of these. And right around here, these are going to line right up. .4 kilometers. If I burn right there, I get an intersect of 400 meters. That is really good. And that's a 2-second burn. It'll happen in 1 day. Just a 33.4 meter per second burn. Since we're going so slow, a tiny burn makes a huge difference. Okay, 1 day and 23 minutes. Let's warp to here. That'll get us close. All right, we're half an hour away from that burn. Let's just change it to stability assist so it doesn't snap us around. And time warp a little bit more. And obviously we won't go full thrust. 2 seconds is a lot more precision than I can manage. Getting real close to it, so it's not going to be super efficient, but we'll be okay. Throttle up just a little bit more for some control. Alright, and we'll just chase that maneuver marker. Alright, that is really close. Alright, we're going to have a 1 kilometer separation at our closest approach, which is pretty good. So yeah, this is actually giving us more precision, 977 meters. And that is coming up in 3 hours, so let's time warp again. Coming down over the top of the station. There we go. Alright, yeah, we're 15 minutes away. Let's get out of map view here. And in that time, let's go ahead and turn this around. We need to unlock the hinges. And I believe... do I have a an action group set up for this? Thought I did. Oh, it is number 10. There we go. I did it again and it worked. Awesome. And then we're going to lock these again. And now we want to revert this back to default and you saw this flip around on the nav ball, because now we're facing that way again, which was downwards when we were on the surface of Kerbal. And let's turn this thing around and use this to maneuver it now. Actually, no, I didn't need to do that. So we'll set this as a target, and we'll immediately redock. I just realized, no, we're already attached to it the way I want, so I don't need to do that. All right, did I get far enough away for it to require this? Maybe not. Let's get 10 meters away and then approach again. Forgot how much fun this forklift is to fly. There we go. All right. Nearby fuel tank. That is our target. Let's look at the target. Right in the sun, of course. All right. And let's disable this engine. Shut that down. Otherwise, when we throttle up, it will work against us, and we do not want that. Yeah, we're going to use these smaller engines for finer control and higher efficiency. And we're going to point retrograde relative to the target and get closer. And then our favorite thing of all these streams is, well, now it's landing, but has been docking. Ah, that's right. It snapped us relative to the moon. So once we're stable here, then I need to go to stability assist mode. That will always get me. All right, let's get within a couple of kilometers, well, within 5 kilometers, and then fine-tune our approach. Docking is always my favorite process, says Kit. It is so satisfying. It's one of those things that is so incredibly frustrating to learn, and then once you do it a couple times, it's amazing. Okay, we're actually increasing our separation at approach there. What does the map view say? Yeah, it still says 1 kilometer. So let's get a little bit. Actually, we're pretty close. So I think we just need to aim farther out. Interesting. Yeah, that is just being real glitchy. Okay, so let's just slow down then. You know what? This is telling me backwards. That's interesting. Okay, did it... Interesting. Okay, so this is reversed. Okay, that is not my derp. That is not right. Oh, come on. Let's turn on the RCS. Yeah, that is not great. Let's control from here. There we go. Okay, yep, that flipped it around again. Very interesting. All right, let's slow down, because now we need to fix this. Yeah, we've blown past that, and now we're coming up on this approach. Well, dang it. Actually, we're gonna fix this approach. There we go. Well, that was a little irritating right there. Okay, so let's come back around. That's in 3 hours, and it's okay because we were going to advance the clock anyway. We might as well be doing it while we're looking at the pretty scenery here. Okay. That's better. Oh boy. Alright, we need to get close and then slow down to an effective stop. I did it again. I did it again. That spends some of my monopropellant to do that. Oh, that's so annoying. I wonder if there is a fix for that. I just haven't researched it yet. Alright, let's do that. Go back to stability assist mode. And then we can time warp safely. Alright, let's slow to a stop. And now let's transfer the fuel out. And since there's only two fuel tanks here to worry about, I'm just going to use the vanilla interface here rather than my fuel balancer mod. There we go. So that's empty now. And if I go in here and undock, there we go. Now we have some space junk. So we'll need to be cleaning that up later. But now we can control from here. And we can... I think we've already got the right docking port set up. So let's go and point towards the target. And it's half full, so that's actually not too bad. And we're going to need to use our RCS fuel for this. There we go. Docking is a little bit like reverse driving in a car. It's a different way to think about how to actually do the maneuvers, but then once you get it down, it can become second nature. All right, let's change to here, and let's control from here and set. Where is it a probe? Yeah, big fuel tank probe. And let's point this docking port right at it. There we go. And it looks like we're pretty well lined up too, so that is good news. Let's aim our camera here too. Get a good close-up view of the important bits here. Oop. So close. We're just slightly off, but it's gonna grab it. Come on, magnets. There we go. Alright, that is a fuel tank on, and okay, cool, I've already emptied that one. Okay, so yeah, we have 2 halfway full fuel tanks here. So, what if now... Let's, this time let's use the fuel balancer mod. So, liquid fuel, that's the one we want to empty. Let's lock this one so that we don't put fuel back into it. And let's just transfer out and out. Oops, not RCS. Liquid and oxidizer. Yeah. There's no RCS in there. And then we can use our forklift to just deorbit this entire assembly right here. And yeah, that thing is about 80% full, which is pretty good. And this thing is full again too, so that is also good. Yeah, honestly, this is my favorite ship to fly right here. It's just so responsive. And we might have to nudge that thing too, or we can just give it a little bit of time. Yep, they drift apart because as soon as they have different centers of gravity, they are technically in different orbits. There we go. Now we've got enough clearance that we can just get right in there. Let's lock the camera. Whoa, 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 whoa. We got a little close there. I said we had the clearance, but then I got careless and impatient with the time warp. Lucky we didn't lose a solar panel. Alright, there we go. Now let's take a screenshot of this. There we go. And aim camera. There we go. Grabbed it. First try. All right, so now we need to go retrograde in orbit. Turn off our RCS here. Don't want to waste it unnecessarily. And okay, so let's look at our periapsis. Oh, yeah, that's why I shut down that engine before. That engine is stronger than all of these put together, so it works against us. But this thing is pretty lightweight, so we can move it pretty easily here. We just need to get that down to negatives. There we go. And we have an impact. Undock. And let's get out of here. Because we don't want this to impact. Alright, so now our target will be the station again. The nearby fuel tank, NFT. Let's see. And we just need to burn back the way we came. I believe. Yeah. And then this will come in range. Just gently here. And if we use the RCS for fine-tuning this, there we go, within 300 meters, and that's on the next orbit. So 4 more hours. Perfect. Let's come back around. Hydrate while we do. Okay, yeah, and we'll come within 338 meters. Which is where we are now. Target. Okay, yeah, we were in the wrong reference. There we go. That was my derp that time. There we go. Perfect. And we don't need the RCS for this. This thing is lightweight enough that we can orient it easily this way, and then turn the RCS back on for fine-tune maneuvering. And let's pop this thing on the bottom of the hub. This is basically a parallel parking stream, but in space, so it's cool. Look how quick that thing whips around. That is so satisfying. And we're looking right into the sun, unfortunately. Let's see if I can shade our eyes here. There we go. All right, we're just about there. There we go. And the next mission will be cheaper because we don't have to include the space forklift. So I think the rest of these tanks, which there are 4 places to put them, but I can even extend them on the end here, but probably just going to keep 4 at any given time, and then bring other tanks up there to refill them. GG, says Kit. Yeah, thank you. So that, because there's no need to keep the part count up, and this is a lot of fuel for a lander, so basically a lander can come, top off, drop down to the surface of the moon, come back up and top off again and go back to our stations around Kerbal. And that is the idea for the nearby fuel tank, the NFT. All right, yep, I'm hilarious. Okay, so let's see. We also were planning potentially a rescue of Jebediah. And so we've got about 3.5 days more to burn on the clock, so let's go ahead and do that now. Can I warp to sunrise from up here? I don't think I can. There's not really a... I think that's only calculated from Kerbal, so we need to be in Kerbal's sphere of influence to do that. And we are in the moon's sphere of influence, so that won't do. Let's go check in on Jeb, actually, and spend the time there. That would be him right there. Let's see how Jebediah is doing. He's been out for a while. Poor guy. What a trooper. Look at our old school, our super old school ship here. All right, and we don't need this anymore. I don't know if that will dismiss or delete, so I'm just going to close that window. Okay, plugin will be reset. Yes, that's fine. Reset the plugin, not the mission. Hey Jeb, how you doing? You still don't have any pilot stars because you haven't come home from this yet. He should have at least 1 pilot star, I think. Shouldn't he? I think he should. But yeah, poor guy. Does this say he has fuel? No way. I think that's a bug. I don't think he's supposed to have fuel in here, so I'm gonna double check that between streams. I'm gonna go back and look at the archive, because I'm pretty sure that those were empty until I fixed the save. So that, I don't want to cheat. We, if he's got that much fuel left, if he's got that much Delta V left, then with just time, we can get him home. But I think we need a rescue. I don't think that's accurate there. Alright, so let's time warp until... Let's time warp for 3 days and about 6 hours. We'll just ride along with Jeb in spirit, as we do. 3 hours, 6 days, 5 days. Okay, yep, that is it right there. Let's just warp to there. Hey, Tension 2K, welcome to the stream. You are new here. How did you find the stream? Was it on the Twitch page? Were you looking for Kerbal Space Program? What brought you here to us? We're currently checking in on Jebediah, who got sent on a an accidental one-way mission to Duna when he was supposed to be coming home from Minmus, and he has been stuck in space for 1.5 years now, a little over 1.5 years, and so we're planning a rescue mission for him because, well, we've done that before, and that rescue mission is also waiting to be rescued. You were looking for KSP. Very nice. Yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah, so we're gonna try to brute force this thing. Let's go back to the Space Center. We're not going to be able to complete that mission this stream, not without some extreme time warp. But we're going to see about launching it. So let's load this up now. Go into the vehicle assembly building. And then we'll need to load up a ship from my test save. There we go. So, yep, there are my recent backups. I just like watching people way better at the game than me. Well, I don't know if that's me or not. We'll see. I mean, I never derp, right? I haven't killed any Kerbals. No memorials are sitting out there. Nope, none at all. We had a fanfare. Thank you for the follow, Attention 2K. Let's see. So we need to go to stock test program here. And I think I called it the Jeb Getter. Oh, no. I had a specific save, because, yeah, I made a copy of this one specifically so that I had the exact snapshot of the current playthrough to play with. Can't even make it to the moon. Well, are you new to the game? How long have you been playing Kerbal Space Program? And let's see, the where's the Jeb Getter? I hope it didn't delete that. Oh, the Jeb Getter. So 2 days. Okay, so you're brand new. Yeah, don't worry about that. It takes a bit, but one of the things that is, in my opinion, the most satisfying about this game is the way let's talk about the ship in a minute. I forgot how derpy it is. All right. Every milestone is incredibly difficult, but incredibly satisfying once you get there. Like I haven't gotten as much satisfaction from any achievement in any game as I have in Kerbal Space Program. But yeah, this ship here. Let's see. What's my? Yeah, I need to put this on top of the heavy launch vehicle. So the Callisto is going to need to be attached to this thing. But once I get this up into space, it's all fuel. This is just a gigantic fuel tank, a couple of seats. So we're gonna send someone out to get him. How much space do I have? We've got 2 seats, so we need one of them to be empty. So should we send Eric is the question. Because we've got our viewers who have been renamed. So we've got Raider, who's a pilot. Sorry, Shipwreck. Sorry, Kit. You guys are not qualified for this. You could fly it, but you're not pilots. So, and I think up in space we have someone else. Kit's crying. Sorry, Kit. I mean, if you want to go, I mean, it's a potentially one-way mission, and even if you do come back, you're gonna be gone for a while. So, and Raider, you could too. But I'm thinking what I want to do is send one of our other pilots here and keep you guys here for the near future missions. Or near future tasks, NFT. There we go. We got another acronym for NFT. Another backronym. So yeah, we've got Philip. We've got yeah, Eric is already in the seat. He's a go-getter. He's got 2 stars. So maybe we send him. Let's send Eric. He's been a really good pilot. He's done most of our rescue missions so far, and this is his big rescue mission. So yeah, let's send Eric. He's in the pilot seat. And there's an empty seat and a hatch for Jebediah. So yeah, basically we've got the cockpit and we have fuel. And of course our flags. Everyone has to know this is the Terran Empire. We've got our batteries, we've got our solar panels, and we've got an interesting arrangement of fuel lines here. And you'll notice that we have different stages for ejecting these fuel tanks. And so this I haven't used very much, Satan, welcome in. Hello, Dan, says Satan. Welcome. We're discussing my derpiest looking ship yet. It's a fuel tank with a cockpit on the front. And so basically, if we look here, if you can see how this is highlighting, let's zoom in a little bit. So these here, these will detach at the same time. And then these will detach. And then these will detach. And all the while, these are draining into these, and then into the main tank. And so this is what is commonly referred to as asparagus staging, because the most KSP of rockets have multiple layers of these. And as the tanks drain, the first ones drain extremely rapidly, and then they are ejected, and then the next ones are ejected, and the next ones are ejected, and frequently they also have engines on the bottom. So basically a ton of expendable stages that are detached from the sides. And those, they tend to look like a big bit of asparagus, so asparagus staging is what that's called. So that's the first ship that I'm using here with asparagus staging, and these aren't really for stability so much as they are to attach the thruster blocks to, so that they are not blocked by this, in case we need them while these are still attached. But with this set up, this ship alone has almost 11 kilometers per second of delta V. So we can burn hard and affect our trajectory in a big way, and then we can stop and burn hard again to get home. Hopefully it's enough. And still, this thing is heavy, so we still need to get it up to space. And actually, yeah, that's really heavy, so I think we might want to refuel it in orbit. So, yeah, that's something that I hadn't considered. Where should I put the docking port? What if I put a docking port just right there? I'm thinking about this. Thinking just a little bit. That has the best clearance. Yeah, let's put one single docking port on. Right, coupling. Oh, and here are our claws that we, let me show you this thing. Arm, yep. The claw. This is for grabbing objects in space. We can pick up our space junk this way. Ooh, it's got a dark variant now. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, it's the evil claw. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, but this is what we need. This right here. Let's put it right here. How to use the jetpack on your Kerbal. There's a, I think the default key is R. That's what it is for me. So if you're on EVA and you click R, it should open up the jetpack. The controls are really derpy though. Alright, enjoy your dinner, Tension 2K, and again, thank you for the follow, thank you for joining. Okay, so we can use that. I don't like this. I don't like this. Also, it's very expensive. Okay, so we might have to do this a little bit differently. Yeah, this is a lot more intense than I was anticipating. Okay, so I think I need to plan this out better, and then we need to do this next stream, because this is a capable vessel, but getting something this heavy into orbit is going to take some doing. So I might actually have to, instead of doing the asparagus staging this way, I might have to put some docking ports on and assemble this in orbit. Oh boy. Yeah, this is going to be wild. Okay, so more testing is needed, and it's not testing of this ship's capabilities, because I did a test mission in that other save. It can, from orbit, it can get there. It can get to Jeb, and it can get him back. This can do it. The question is getting it to orbit without hacking it. And I don't want to hack it. We're not hacking this. So, alright, let's look at our contracts. Don't save. Didn't make any real edits. I reverted them already anyway. Because potentially we need some money to get this thing into space. Alright, science data from the surface of Duna. We're not ready for that yet. Ooh. Recovered Dandrid and Dandrid's Hulk from the surface of the moon. So this is a rescue mission from the moon's surface. And it is lucrative. And so is this. Okay. Halcol left Module 8 HQG on the surface of Minmus. Recover it on Kerbal without damaging it too much. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, yeah, that is worth a lot. So this is a new class of contract that we're being offered here. So this is not to rescue a Kerbal. This is to recover a piece of a spaceship. And, oh, I know why we have this now. It's because I unlocked the claw. Nice, okay. Recover this component from orbit of Kerbal. Lucy left this component in low Kerbal orbit. Recover it on Kerbal without damaging it too much. Oh, maybe we should do this. We also have this tourist mission. This pays out pretty well. We gotta go fly by Minmus, orbit Minmus, suborbital spaceflight on Kerbal. That happens automatically by even getting to space. Orbit Kerbal, land on the moon, land on Minmus. Okay, yeah, this one's not very good because we have 4 different tourists and they all have different destinations. So it's actually not very lucrative because it's going to cost a lot to actually get to all of those destinations. So this won't actually pay that much. Let's do this. And let's do this. So we have 8 years, almost 9 years from accepting this mission to get it. And it's got a hefty advance too. So, oh, we can choose one or the other. What are our active contracts? Okay, we have some rescue contracts. Let's do those. Let's take the one that is landed on the surface of the moon. This one here, on Minmus. Let's accept that one, and that gives us that advance. And we can't accept any more contracts without upgrading our mission control. But let's go ahead and do some rescues then with the last 30 minutes of this stream. Because we could use some people to put up into some space stations and some service stations. And in addition to that, we simply need the money. We really, really need the money. Alright, so let's go to Arcadia Station and take a look at our rescue vehicle. I believe we've got a pilot aboard. Engineer and pilot. Okay, so we've got Elalong. Elalong Kerman. And where are you, Elalong? Are you already aboard the ship? Yes. Okay, perfect. We are good to go. We might need to fuel it. Oh, we got this. Okay. Sorry to be so scattered. Okay, let's do this. Let's assemble this. I can rescue those guys. We've seen so many rescue missions. I can do that between streams. Yeah. So, seeing that ship wasn't as ready as I had hoped kind of threw me a little bit, but we are... Alright, so let's go ahead and let's get rid of this. We need to use the fuel balancer. And that's Rockomax X200, so let's find those. Probably these two. Yes, okay. And let's transfer out the oxidizer as well. Awesome. And now we can get rid of that. And we're going to do that by undocking from here. And then we're going to use our original space forklift. Which is fully fueled. Fantastic. How is the RCS, though? Aim the camera. That's really far away from the center of mass, so it's hard to focus on. Okay, monopropellant. We want more monopropellant in there. And that's an FLR 120. That one, okay. Let's transfer in. Perfect, now it's full. Okay, action is back on. All right, we need to let those drift apart a little bit, just like we did before. And naturally, as usual, we're on the night side. Just let it drift just a little bit more. All right, that will do. Let's set that as our target and control from here. Why, I shouldn't be able to set that as a target. There we go. Control from here. Yeah. Oh, I see. The camera was aimed here, but I was controlling this. All right, set as target. There we go. And I think also I can move this around. Not really. Okay, yep, we don't have enough control over it. All right, RCS is on, and let's move in. That's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze there. Lock the camera. And we're gonna just squeeze in like this. Let's look in from up top. Yeah, it's dark here, unfortunately. I don't like that it's dark. I don't know if you guys can even see what's happening. I can barely see what's happening. Okay, that's a little bit misleading. We have more clearance than I thought, which is a relief. There we go. Okay, yeah, I feel a whole lot better about this now. All right, we are attached. And we flip these around so we shouldn't have clipping, and let's hope that is the case. Undock. Very smooth. There we go. Let's pull it out. It is really wanting to grab on there, though. Come on. Oh, that's because I have undocked the wrong one. That's what happens in the dark. There we go. All right, there we go. That's what I was expecting. Now we can pull that out easily. Well, at least that is not spinning like the other ones were, so I will be able to grab that one later. All right, so let's make this not look any more like a chicken foot. Bowser is the one that pointed that out, and she is not wrong. It looks like a chicken foot. All right, let's control from here. And set Arcadia Station as our target. Lock the camera again. All right, and we need to move forward and go downwards. Down and to the right, so that we can maneuver around to the other side of this station. I could rotate the station, but there's a lot attached to it. I don't really want to, move that around too much if I don't have to. And I don't have to. All right, now let's rotate back this way and choose our docking port. And we're still on the night side, of course. Why does this always happen at night? Oh, we have a raid. I don't know if this, there we go. Here's the fanfare. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Anna. I see Maurice's here. Anna raid, whoop whoop. Yeah, we're doing that moon thing. We are finishing the assembly of the habitation module for this station here. For this space station. And of course it's happening at night, so things are dark. All right, there we go. 1 meter per second, so we can get in there. And as we get close, we'll have some light shining on it. Hey there, Dan, says Anna. Hello, Anna. What were you up to? Were you on the Still Alive SMP today, or were you on Subscribers? What were you up to today? Set that as target. That's the actual docking port we're after. And we just need to move around to the side. And as well as this forklift flies, having this on on it is really, really awkward. So, yeah, and now we're going too far backwards. How am I doing on the fuel? Am I using up all my monopropellant? I sure am. Still Alive SMP today. I was doing some rounds of GeoGuessr. Oh, no, Still Alive SMP today. I was doing some rounds of GeoGuessr. Had some help when it came to the US, as I'm rather unfamiliar with that area. I've never tried GeoGuessr. Is that where someone shows a picture and you simply guess where it is with minimal clues? Gotta drop this down, just like that. Yeah, this is being real fussy here. Relo, heyo Dan, he says. Welcome to the stream. All right, we've got light now. The sun has come up. We are attaching the other 3 arms, spokes, to our habitation module on the space station. And I need to flip this around, actually. There we go. Yeah, this is a bit of an awkward one here. But we are wedging it into space here. Wedging it into place. There we go. Anarade said Satan, I'm late, sorry. Satan, you must have been double parked then. I heard, was it King Kong saying that? Or Elric? It was Elric, I believe, calling it that. We're a little bit offset there. Anna says, well, I have, so I can move around. I spend 20 minutes on average per round. And 9 times out of 10, I get it within 10 yards of where I was placed originally. Interesting. Might have to check that one out. I know I have a lot of friends who played it, but I haven't paid very much attention. Your station looks like a Swiss Army knife. Well, until just now, it looked like a chicken foot. So, let's see. I can't put my hand up on the screen to block it out, but if you just look at this part right here, block this out with your hand, and you've got a chicken foot. Bowser was the one that pointed that out, and she's absolutely correct. So let's... Alright, we can leave it like that. And we can fix that later. It's not terribly a big deal. It's only slightly offset. After this, I might install a mod that helps you see the alignment of your docking ports. Slowly adding those on. Alright, how are we doing on our RCS fuel? Let's transfer some more in. Yep, that's that one. Awesome. And let's go grab the next piece. That one there. And where did those pieces go? There they are. All right, there's our target. Lock the camera. And let's go. And this time we're doing it in the daytime, so we have pretty scenery to look at. We played GeoGuessr on Kerbal. All right, we'll get within 12 meters now. That's perfect. I think it's pointing at the wrong docking port, though. That is okay. And it says I'm just going to have to lurk. I got something I need to do now. Hope the rest of your space program is as good as it gets. Thank you, Anna, and thank you for bringing your people here. And hope that the rest of your day goes well. Alright, slow down, and now I can select this docking port and set it as the target. And let's put the camera right here. And spin things around. There we go. That's just too fun. This thing, without any, you know, burden of cargo to haul, is just such fun to fly. I've said that, what, 4 times on this stream? Let's line it up. Oh, I'm so glad it's daytime now. Alright, and the magnets will do their magic. There we go. And now we need to control from here. Let's aim the camera there too. And set the station as our target, which we're already pointed at. Fantastic. Use the main engines to get our trajectory changed. All right, let's move in. We've been drifting, so we need to seriously adjust this approach. There we go. That'll get us less than 100 meters away. Now we just need to move on to the other side again. Let's go ahead and turn this thing around. And maybe once it's symmetrical, it'll look less like a Swiss Army knife. Alright, now we need to get onto that other side and choose our docking port. Whoop. Let's let it stabilize and then we'll speed up the game. Alright, well I don't know about you guys, but I like how this station is shaping up here. We just need to get those Kerbals to populate the thing. And we're going to have a science module installed very soon. And there's actually a science lab, and you can send the science data there and have them actually do some extra work on it and analyze it and get more value out of it. So we're definitely going to take advantage of that. And after so long without unlocking much from the tech tree, very soon we're going to be suddenly unlocking a whole lot all at once, I think. Hey, welcome back, Tension. We're assembling this space station here. And of course I need to turn that the other way. Just flip it around there. Alright, perfect. How was your dinner, Tension? I hope it was at least as good as the snacks these Kerbals are enjoying in the space station. Let's select, want to select that docking port. I selected the wrong one. That's the one I want. There we go. We only have 2 return capsules there too. I need to add some more of those. It was good. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. We've got about 10 minutes left on this stream, and so we're going to finish assembling this habitation module here on Arcadia Station. Named after a historical city on some planet named Earth. We're not sure where that is, but we've heard of it apparently. That was named after a bear, who is also the bear that the Little Dipper is named for. Arcus the bear. Alright, let's just get this wedged in here. Just a bit. Almost. There we go. Alright, 5 spokes down, only 1 to go. One more time, let's put some monopropellant into our space forklift. That is the tank, right? Yes. Awesome, that is full. And for the last time, we undock. Last time today, anyway. And back off. Can we spot the thing in the distance? No, I think it's too far away now. I need to go into the... Let's see, into this here. Big fuel tank probe. 12 kilometers away. I think that is correct. Let's look at the target. Let's make sure. Let's switch to the target and see if it's right. I'd hate to go and find one of our stages instead, but... Oh, yep, I'm glad we tested that. Forklift 1, yeah, let's switch back. I'll take a bit of a hydrate here while it loads this. Okay, target selection. Let's see. That is the one. Okay, yeah, and 4 kilometers away. Alright, that's better. I am glad I double-checked that. We avoided a derp. Let's use the main engines for this. We're going to use a lot of RCS fuel if I try to tighten our approach this way. All right, 2 kilometers. 1 kilometer. Whoop. Now it's looking at a different approach. Let's look here. Yeah, 400 meters. We're good. $448 meters. Yep, now that is agreeing. Yeah, the farther this gets away, the the longer this takes and the more fuel it takes. Alright, we're coming in really close here, less than 100 meters on our closest approach. And then we will... So let's stop here. And let's set this docking port as our target. Make sure we're controlling from here. Yep, that, and aim the camera there as well. And let's lock the camera. Just lining things up. And it's dark again, unfortunately, but at least we got one that was during the daytime and fully illuminated. If I warp to sunrise, though, we will be drifting even farther apart, so we don't want to do that. We've got plenty of power stored up to do this in the dark. Plus we have our headlights, so that helps. But we have to get real close for that to make a significant difference. There we go. Super easy. And undock. Just pull that off. There we go. And now back to type selection. We want stations. Arcadia Station, which we are now 4.5 kilometers away from. Let's conserve our monopropellant this time. We've got some powerful reaction wheels on this thing, at least relative to the mass that we're pushing around. Alright, let's go over here so that I can push away that retrograde marker and pull the prograde one onto our target. So we're going right at it. Just like that. All right, that takes us within 1 kilometer of our target. And there the station is loading in at that 2.25 kilometer barrier there. All right, now we want to slow down. So swing back around. Looks like we're thoroughly at midnight here, so just no light at all, except what we're providing with our own headlights. Pro streamer move right there. All right, let's slow down and tighten the approach, as we do. All right, we'll come within a 1/4 kilometer now. All right, let's come to a relative stop. Let's point at the station again and then see if we are at the right side. I think we are. I think that's the empty docking port right there. Right there. Let's lock the camera again. RCS on. Yeah, and we drifted because we're going around the planet. And hey, look, it looks like the sun might rise for the end of this, so that's good news. We got a big mountain over there. Look how huge that mountain is. Jeez. And there's the sun. Woo! Coming to shine on the end of the stream. All right, that's steady. And yeah, right here is what we are aiming for. Pushing hard. There we go. Let's see, is there a good screenshot here? I think so. Let's control from here and aim the camera here. That'll help with the screenshot framing. There we go. Just like that. There we go. That might be our end of stream tweet screenshot. In fact, let's do. Nope, I got my own command wrong. There we go. Yeah, if you're not following on Twitter, I recommend that you do, and get updates on streams and progress between them. Sometimes pictures of cats, sometimes pictures of food, and every once in a while pictures of kids. Not often, but sometimes. I can't help it. Alright, here we are on our final approach. Just getting lined up here. Whoa. Gotta come down a little bit and to the left a little bit. There we go. And still down a little. I'm using the module's own RCS thrusters, you'll notice, to help stabilize this. All right, and in. Oh, once again we're flipped around. That's an easy adjustment, though. Thank goodness. I'm addicted to taking screenshots. I can't help it. KSP, Minecraft, Borderlands, always taking screenshots. That's never gonna change. All right, adjust this a little bit. Just wedge it right in there. Up a bit. And in. Come on. We're so close. So close. This is the last piece of the habitation module. There it is. It's a little off. I'll adjust that. But there it is. Let's control from here. And let's get a cool shot of this. Look how many RCS thrusters I've got here. Oh, that's burning fuel fast. So yeah, I'm gonna need to refuel this as well. Lots of maintenance, station keeping, etc. to do between streams today. So, or this time. But yeah, I'll be back for more of this next week, hopefully ready to actually launch to rescue Jebediah Kerman. But yeah, there we go. We got the sun shining on us nicely there. Let's change the field of view a bit. Turn off the RCS. And get a final screenshot for the stream. All right, that's a good place to leave it, I think. That is a good stopping point. That's a big success there. And yeah, we're inching ever closer, centimetering ever closer to our MOHO probes, entering the sphere of influence of MOHO, which will give us a bunch of science, assuming we can properly transmit it back. And yeah, we've got our habitation module for Arcadia Station put together. Next, we need to put on some other utilities, such as science module, some fuel tanks, etc. And that'll help us launch that mission to rescue Jebediah. So yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you, Anna, again for the raid. Thanks for the follow, Tension 2K. And I'll be back next week with more Kerbal Space Program. And I think I am going to adjust my schedule and add an extra day for good. January and February will be a little bit finicky because there are some days that my wife will have to be out of state for work. And so I'll be watching the kids alone, which makes it hard to stream. So that's the sort of thing that you'll hear about on my Twitter if you're following there. But yeah, my plan now is for Saturdays to still be space. So for now, it's Kerbal Space Program. Monday will be Minecraft, so we'll have Minecraft Monday after Saturday in space, and then Wednesdays will be whatever I want to do, so whatever Wednesdays. Often that will be more Minecraft, but there are other games that I'd like to play, and I might as well stream them. Some retro games, a bunch of games in my Steam library that I never have time for, or have simply never played. So yeah, and I'll be announcing beforehand, before I stream, what I'll be playing on, again, on Twitter. So yeah, if you're not following me there, I'd appreciate if you gave a follow, and I think it'll be I think you will be glad you did. So yeah, let's wrap it up there. Let's see who is online. If anyone I know is playing Kerbal Space Program, and it doesn't look like it. Yeah, the Kerbal players are very few these days, unfortunately. I think a lot of people are just simply waiting for Kerbal Space Program 2, which in theory will come out later this year. So if there's anything promising, I'll go there. Yeah, there's almost nobody. Yeah, I think rather than do another blind raid, let's go ahead and break the rule of thumb. I usually prefer to raid someone playing the same game I am, or at least in the same category, but a friend of mine is playing Minecraft, and I kind of want to go watch her, Kaylee Obsidia. She does Minecraft streams and art streams, doing Procreate on her iPad, so those are also fun. I've seen a couple of those. She's very good. And she's a good, straightforward, very technical player, and so I'm not sure what she's playing on. Let's see what she's doing. I'm going to load up her stream, mute it so that you guys don't get the feedback. Ah, she's doing a UHC in 1.18. I have not seen one of her UHCs, so this is perfect. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. We're going to raid Kaylee. I'm starting that right now. And yeah, and I'll be back with more Minecraft on Monday, and probably more Minecraft on Wednesday. It'll probably still be that. And more Kerbal Space Program next Saturday. And I'll see you then. Thank you. Bye.
Creeper in it. I'm gonna try to kill him if I can.